I really want to eat food, but I should reward myself with food later after I at least get like a solid amount of this draft done. Because let's see if I can remember everything. So Richard Hanani, no, that's not the one that I want. Lives in the reality pilled. There's because there was something. Let me move this to a different place. Okay. Because yeah, there was an article that I read a while back because it was talking about Richard Hanania Destiny chat. Let me put the link for that so that I can reference it. Because, yeah, there Hanania Destiny. Yep, this is exactly what I want, is that conversation. I literally watched it. Oh, do I want it to be that way? Do I want the video to be inside the thing, or do I just want the link? I feel like I just want the link. Will it let me have just the link? Okay, I see how it works now. That's interesting. Okay. Because I just wanted the link. So, oh shoot. No, don't want that. Wait, if I click, really? Because I want to be able to copy paste. Do I have to copy paste it like, that's annoying. Because is there a way to copy and paste a YouTube video and just have the link so then I can copy that instead? Does it give me like a thing to, I know when I copy it, does it copy it as the link if I have it embedded like that normally? No, it doesn't. Damn. That sucks. I don't want it to copy the video. I just want the link for later, but okay. I'll have to deal with that. I could do it in a Google Doc because then I could just get the link directly, but I kind of want the formatting. Or I kind of want to know what the formatting is within Substack already. So yeah, I'll just have to deal with it that way where I have to insert the link whenever I'm doing the thing. Okay. So I need to find that lives in reality. Lives in reality. Can I find that in my email? Because that was a while ago when that post happened. Oh no. Let's see if I can find Richard Hanania's thing where he talks to Destiny and maybe he mentions it. Lives. How good is their search? Let's see. Lives in reality. Because I want to say it was just called that. Let's see if I can just search Destiny and maybe that'll show up. Because can I search within the blog that I'm looking at? Because that would be ideal. But it wasn't too long ago when this conversation happened. If I look at the link, that was from a month ago. How long a month ago? Let's see. This was in July 31st. So almost, wait, pretty much exactly a month ago, a little over a month ago. So I should be able to find this if I scroll down enough. Boo, 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 boo. Policy, fantasy, Destiny interview. There we go. Okay. So, because he'll probably link to it. The Lives in Reality Caucus. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Because this is the thing that kind of inspired me to think about this idea of like information diets. Lives in Reality Caucus, not pill, but caucus. Okay, so I need that link. Can this just be a link? It's not just a link. It always turns it into the embedded thing. I don't. Do I want? Do I want a bunch of embeds in my article like that? No, kind of not. So I'd rather do, because I can't get the link, and I want the link so that I can put it in as like text goes to link. But whenever you copy paste something, it just makes it the embedded thing, and I wish it didn't do that. I prefer it not to do that. And there's nothing to, yeah, there's no way to deal with that. It's useful. I get it. I get why they want it that way, but I'd like it if you can like convert it to the link instead. Like, I wish I could give Substack some feedback, but I'm not big enough for my feedback to matter on that. But yeah, that's something to think about. Okay. Let me go ahead, take that and move this here so that, yeah, whenever I'm looking at stuff. Okay. Okay. Next things next. Reality caucus. Okay, okay. So the idea with the information diets, I don't know what the subtitle should be. So I don't need to put these in parentheses. I should just have it. Okay, so let's mark that. What was the thing? Read this article made me think about information bubbles that people get into and how I myself have gotten into one. There's another thing that spawned my thinking about this, which was the Tim Pool and other right wing. No, I don't want to put that. Do I want to specifically use his name? I don't know. Right wing commentators, Tenet media scandal. Okay, where am I gonna find the actual like indictment documents for this whole scheme? Because that's gonna be hard. Maybe. Let's see if I can find it, because I know that Destiny in his stream went over this, but I don't actually know the link to the document. So where do I find this? Yep, it would have been this. Let's see. Let's mute that. Actually, do I want that? Yeah. So where's the actual document? Does it get linked in here? No, it doesn't get linked in here. Dang it. What is the thing called? DOJ charged 2 Russia Today employees with violating the form. Okay, let's see if I can find this. DOJ Russia Today today Lauren Chen, and let's see if like I get something that links me to the original DOJ. DOJ alleges Russia funded U.S. media company linked to right-wing social media stars. Yep, we got that. Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson, Temple. Yep. Where's the original indictment? Alleges was being funded by unnamed Tennessee-based company. Biden administration announces major actions to tackle Russian efforts to influence 2024 election. Yep. Where can I find the original document? Please give me the original document. Sanction. Related article. No. CNN, don't fail me. Link me the original thing. Please. Indictment 2. Yes. Is this the indictment? No, this just goes to your own article. Please. I just want the original indictment. Indictment. What is it called, though? Because, yeah, this is a great summary of the indictment, but I want a link to the real indictment. Please. This doesn't tell me page. No, that's blank. Okay, that's not gonna help me. Can you give me the indictment? Ooh, that's RT. That's a Twitter post. I want. Yes, here we go. Justice.gov. Yes, here we go. That's the original indictment. Thank you. 32 pages. Wait, I thought it was like 200 pages. I was lied to. Yeah, I thought this was longer. Okay, but anyway, there's the original indictment. Russia Today, formerly Russia, RT, formerly Russia Today, state controlled media fund, but anyway. Okay, so yeah, I wanted the link to the original indictment. I'm sure the summary article is sufficient too, because there's no way I'm not good enough to read 32 pages. I'm just not that good. This is why I can't be a lawyer. Can't read that much. I'm so bad. Terrible. But anyway, I wanted to have that so I could link to this tenant media indictment or tenant media Lauren Chen. I need to talk about that in a better format to like figure out how to actually state the thing. Does this do links fine? It does that link fine because it's not something that it knows. Okay, so anyway, do that. Actually, how does it? Yeah, it just does that as a link. Okay, cool. Yeah, indictment. I do also want the summary because that's easier to read through for sure. But let me read the summary first to see if I like actually appreciate what it is. Unnamed Tennessee-based company that the Justice Department alleges being funded by Russian operatives working as part of a Kremlin-orchestrated influence operation targeting the 2024 U.S. election in tenant media, which is linked to right-wing commentators with millions of subscribers on YouTube and other social media platforms, according to the U.S. official brief on the matter. Okay, yeah, this is accurate. I'm sure. Yeah, because they don't talk about the people directly. It's like founder one, founder two, commentator one, commentator two, commentator three, company one. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm not gonna be able to get all that. But anyway, that seems like a sufficient summary to me. The indictment unsealed in New York's Southern District accused two employees of RT, the Kremlin's media arm. So this is Lauren Chan and her husband. I forget her husband's name. Of funneling nearly 10 million to an unidentified company described only as Company One in court documents. See, or two employees of RT. Yeah. Because Lauren Chan's with RT. Yeah. CNN has independently confirmed that Company One is Tenant Media, which is a platform for multiple people confirm that. Which is a platform for independent content creators. It is self-described as a network of heterodox commentators that focus on, like, I remember when they launched this because I was still paying attention to the right-wing media ecosystem a lot. So I had no clue what this was, and didn't make sense to me that. But anyway, I didn't have any sense that it was Russian orchestrated or Russian funded. Let's say. Which for independent content creators is self-described as a network of that focus on Western political and cultural issues, according to its website, which matches language contained in newly unsealed indictment. The alleged Russian operation tapped two people to set the company up in their names to add to its legitimacy, and the two founders were aware Russian money back. Yeah, because there's literally in the indictment is them sending like Google search. Yeah, literally Google searching. Yeah, this Gregorian guy. Edward Gregorian. That's a weird way to spell. Eduard? Is that supposed to be Edward? That's crazy. Yeah. Yep. Okay, there we go. Google search for time. Interesting. Okay, anyway, like, yeah, the there. Oh wait, is it Founder One? Founder One must know. Where can I find Founder? Wait, can I search Founder? Is it Founder One? Where do I find this? Company One. Do they say Founder? Founder. Two founders. Do they number the founders? I thought they did. Oop. Don't want to bookmark that. Founder. Two founder. Founder. Oh, it's hyphenated. Founder One. Because Founder One, yeah, Canadian company, but that's Founder One is Lauren Chen. But I want to see where it says that they knew. So Founder One was paid by RT to write them. Yeah. Contributor. Well, that RT's budget is going to be larger, but acknowledge I know being Russian, some folks in the U.S. aren't too hot on them. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah. So she knows, very aware that it's like Russian funded stuff. So it's like, okay, how do we deal with this in a way that makes it like that? And then let's see what they said about Founders 2. I was asking people if they wanted to interview. Many said yes until I said I was with RT, so I switched to saying I was just working for Founder One. Haha. Jesus Christ, that's so interesting. Okay, yeah, this indictment, so interesting. And also it tells you like, okay, encrypted messaging, very important. if you're getting spied on by the DOJ, you gotta be careful about it. Or is it by the DOJ? I don't know exactly how the things are separated out for like which thing is looking at your records. But yeah, be careful if you're doing stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, oh my God, there were so many things. Do I need to find the links now, or do I just need to start a draft so then I have a good idea of like what my mindset was? Because shoot. Okay, I'm gonna need to take a walk for a second to figure out exactly what I wanted to write about information diets. There's a certain thing that happens when you're learning about things. Oh my God, there. Okay, I need to think through this properly. Because when I first got into okay, this is where I need to frame it from. I need to frame it from personal experience and branch out from that. Because when I first got into paying attention to politics, one of the things you notice is that things kind of boil down to talking points. So you could land at a position through logic and go down the logic chain, and then from going down the logic chain, you're like, okay, this is my position now. Or you could have a commentator or influencer of some kind giving you what the conclusions already are. So then you can base all of your foundation, if you're just purely tribal, on the conclusions that people already give you from whatever your like media bubble is. So that means that your information diet is super important to what ends up being your positions on things, because your positions on some things might be grounded in a position of like, okay, I've actually logically thought this through, And because I've logically thought this through, then I come to this conclusion about things. But then you have other positions that are based on authority figures. And what those authority figures are depends on what your media diet is or information diet is. I don't know whether I want to use the term information diet or media diet. One of those terms. Okay, so we've thought that through a little bit more. First of all, we'll personalize it by talking about what my background with experiencing this was, because I'm 23 years old. I wasn't that when you're a young person, you're particularly susceptible to this because you don't really have that much information to work with. So every new piece of information you're getting is novel and compelling because it's novel. Because you're like, oh, I haven't heard this before, so it must be compelling. And then you can get stuck in a certain position because you'll never be fine-tuned by seeing an outside position. Okay. Now, how do I write about this? Is the real question. That's the difficulty I'm having here, is figuring out how to write about this. All right. So let's start from okay. We'll go at this from my experience with starting to listen to Tim Pool in particular, and then being ripped out of that. Okay, so let's see. Listening to Tim Pool and other right-wing media. So we'll start from that place of understanding that story. And then we'll get into talk about being dissuaded from right-wing talking points. And shoot. Do I start with reality pilled or do I end with reality pilled? Reality. Okay. Start with reality caucus. I don't know what to say. Caucus. Or end with. I need to figure that out. But I think talking about my experience with right-wing media is probably the correct place to be right now. Because for me, the pipeline, let's see, let's talk about right-wing media pipeline circa 2016 era, 2016/Trump era. Because in 2016, I was a sophomore in high school. I was a freshman, or ending freshman year, starting sophomore year. So, I was a freshman, sophomore in high school. So, okay. Oh, man, I'm really gonna have to stretch my memory here. But yeah, there's a way to talk about this, but I need to be succinct, and I can't get too far in one direction, because if I go too far in one direction, then that could be a whole article on its own. So I need to be careful when structuring this. Because, yeah, I need to be careful when structuring this. But the pipeline is, you start with anti-woke content. Anti-woke. And then from anti-woke, you get into right-wing media. Let's say cares about free speech is generally where you go from. So anti-woke to paying attention to right-wing media because they ostensibly care about free speech. Then you get to 2020 lockdown. I don't know if the pipeline's not exactly correct here, but 2020 lockdowns, 2020 COVID lockdowns. Okay, become more conspiratorial. And the issue with that is, you know, you get your 2020 election, and then from the 2020 election, you like go down the election fraud narrative. Like, I am very, very understanding of the freaking Eastman strategy and all that stuff because I was living through it, and I remember the moment where you had the majority of in-person voting being for Trump, and then the mail-in ballots come in, and then it flips to Biden because the mail-in ballots came in. And I remember watching Joe Rogan's freaking live stream with Kyle Kulinski on it, and they talk about that. And yeah, I remember after we knew that Biden had won the election, that people like Tim Pool were continuing to talk about the potential other strategies that you could go through for Trump to win. This guy, Tim Pool, will never admit it, but he covered literally every single conspiracy theory you could possibly cover about the election fraud narrative, without a doubt, because he literally was talking about the Eastman strategy and all that sort of stuff. Now, he'll deny it today, and he'll be like, oh, I think that there was like media collusion for the election stuff, but he was throwing red meat to his audience on the conspiracy brained ideas. Like, he gave airtime to all of those different conspiracies, without a doubt. Now, I didn't have like a good understanding at the time because back in 2020 I was a freaking 19, so you know, I was a stupid youngin at that moment. But now I have a better understanding of like what was going on. I'm like, oh, I see what the strategy is in terms of like right wing media, where you're like, okay, how do I guess the term people use now is dog whistle. How do I dog whistle to this portion of my audience while still being under the line in some way, or while still being able to like seem like I have an out when it comes to that, because he did every dog whistle you needed to do without stating directly that my position is this. So then you have some, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know exactly how to describe that, but I do need to. I think that's a different article. That's literally a different article that I need to write about. So yeah, we're not going to focus on that. Let's see, anti-woke. So you've got being anti-woke, and then from being anti-woke, you in the right-wing media, 2020 election happens. And then from the 2020 election happening, election fraud narrative. And then January 6th was when I was like, okay, I'm off the Trump train. Do not care. Like, this man cannot be president. So I did that. Like, I don't know if I'm fully out of this man cannot be president sort of thing, but you recognize that this man is a threat to democracy. Like I feel like that's kind of the conclusion you come to, or the conclusion I came to. Let's see, Donald Trump, threat to democracy. Like, you've just come to that conclusion from January 6th happening. You're like, yeah, rioting the Capitol is a problem. Like, you can't really do the equivalence thing here of being like, but the 2020 riots. But no, like, no, you've got to accept that. Now, if you still are supporting Trump for some other reason, and you don't consider the threat to democracy as big of a deal, like the Hanania position, then that's pretty much the only stable position you can have, unless you're in the Trump cult, which we'll get to the Trump cult stuff later. Threat to democracy. So do I need to go through this whole timeline? I don't know. There might be a better way to do it, but let me just expound. Let me just keep going down rabbit holes and then figure out how I want to trim it down after. So we'll just do this in real time. Go from being anti-woke to let's see, information diets. Let's call this an outline, and then we'll write the actual article and another thing. For the outline, yeah, for the outline, I probably want this. Want this as just in a drive instead. No. For the outline. Yeah, I should just have this. If it's going to end up being an outline, then I need it to be in the Google Drive instead, so then I can flesh it out better. Drive. Is it just in that? Graphs. Okay. I hope this copy pastes well. Where did I put it? Okay. Information diets. Outline. Yep. And then we'll take all this, copy, paste. And then I can just have the links directly. Okay. Because this is a better thing to look at, to be honest. On the information diets, start with reality. Okay. We haven't actually made the outline yet. Anti-woke, right-wing media cares about free speech. 2020 lockdowns become more conspiratorial. I had the potential to become anti-vax during that time, really. Potentially anti-vax. I did take the COVID vaccine. I took it 3 times. Don't worry, I wasn't that anti-vax. But okay. Election fraud narrative. Trump Jan 6 happens, then Trump's a threat to democracy. Was I completely disillusioned by right-wing media at that point? I don't think I was completely disillusioned by that point. Still took some time thereafter. I'm trying to think of when I was at the point that I was got more reality pilled every time. It must have been around the time that I was listening to Destiny more often, the streamer, for sure. But I'm trying to remember what the thing was that made me start listening to him more was. Because I don't know exactly in the timeline when I started watching him more often. Let's see. Let's literally look through the video catalog and see when it's like, okay, I'm probably a regular viewer at this point for his content. Because I did see him on Lex Friedman. And when I saw him on Lex Friedman, when was that? Because I watch Lex Friedman pretty regularly. That was a year ago. But I don't know if that was the point where I started watching him regularly. It was from that. Because yeah, he does stuff with Melina afterward. 2022. Jesus Christ. That's almost 2 years ago. Oh my god. Let me just scroll through his video catalog and see. Because there's time where I'd watch his stuff and he'd say some things and I'd be like, oh, he doesn't know anything because right-wing talking point or something like that. But then you listen to him more and you're like, no, he's actually thinking through these things. And then you're looking at his like sourcing and stuff and you're like, okay, he's actually researching things and he reads the articles to figure out like what the source material is. There are some things that, you know, he has blind spots on because, you know, he hasn't looked into it. But when he does look into a thing, he gives the full merit of the thing. So that's a strong point for him. Because I was listening to him before Israel-Palestine related stuff. That's for sure. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Israel-Palestine, bunch of that. I'll show you guys what I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to see what of his content was around where I started watching. he was shitting on Hassan a bunch. I remember watching those. Do do. I remember that Duke Professor thing because I've watched quite a lot of his content. Whenever I get really into a content creator, I consume their content like that's been my trend over time. Like there was a time period where I was really into watching tech videos. There was a time period where I was really into watching gameplay videos, gameplay commentaries. Like I started with gameplay commentaries, then gameplay commentaries slowly transitioned into games journalism because I was watching Call of Duty YouTubers, and then the Call of Duty YouTubers would be invited to play the DLC for the Call of Duty. So then you'd like see, you'd get some sense of like game journalism, sort of, kind of by like who was invited, who wasn't invited. That's kind of the first seed in my head of the notion of access journalism. And then games journalism, Total Biscuit, Jim Sterling, those sorts of people, and you're watching that, and does Jim Sterling still go by Jim? I know she's transitioned now, but yeah, it's still Jim Sterling. I don't know. James Stephanie Sterling. Do you go by Stephanie? I don't know how that goes. I don't know how they identify these days, but Jim Sterling was a gay man that did a lot of showmanship for his channel and all that sort of thing. But he's gone too much in the direction of like capitalism bad, late stage capitalism bad. We need socialism. Like I just don't like that direction generally. But yeah. You had games journalists, and then from games journalists, I got into politics. Didn't come until way later because the time I actually started paying true attention to the political scene was 2020 election because I needed to vote in the election. And then but I was paying attention to freaking culture war bullshit. I still do pay attention to culture war shit, but culture war stuff was happening while I was in high school for sure. Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff to think about in terms of what I was caring about, not caring about at different points. Anyway, let's not go on that tangent. Let's see. When did I start listening to Tim Pool? I remember this. Oh, was it because he was on his Red Pill arc? Is it actually for that reason? That's a really stupid reason to start watching. Oh my god. Super, super upsetting if that's the case. Because I'm trying to think. Because I was never someone that like watched a ton of Red Pill content. But I think I did watch the Red Pill content whenever it had Destiny debating with them. And then there was like the overlap between Red Pill and right wing media. That definitely happened. Also, shoot. Let me see. Oh my god. Wait, that Culture War podcast happened a year ago? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. How much have I been in the. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did the whatever podcast arguing on pro life stuff. And I remember that being. Yeah, I must have started watching him because he was debating red pillars. Jesus Christ. Because Andrew Tate was becoming a thing. Was this when I was getting disillusioned with the. Oh, no. I was getting disillusioned with the right because of the Roe v. Wade. I remember that. Because Roe v. Wade got struck down, and then you realized, oh my god, there's a lot more Christian conservatives in this movement than I thought there were, and the Christian conservatives just don't believe the same things that I believe. And then you're like, okay, so that was probably when did the Dobbs decision come out? Dobbs decision. Oh my god. Dobbs was 2022. June of 2022. When did the leak happen? Leak. The leak draft was in May 2022, so that was only a month before. Was that? May of 2022. That's when I graduated from college. Yeah, that sounds about right in terms of timeline. Is that when I got completely disillusioned with the right? I think so. Because, now you can't disaggregate being pro choice with being Republican because the pro life movement was just on that side. So then it was just like, okay, can't really be pro choice and Republican. That doesn't really work. Um, so yeah. I think that was my sense back then. So I think that was my main disillusionment was probably the Dobbs decision. But when was I watching? Freaking. Was it really all the red pill stuff? Abortion debate? Oh, yeah. Because this is when I was like vaguely watching Tim Pool. Not Tim Pool. Vaguely watching Destiny. Oh yeah, there was weird stuff with the freaking daughter. Oh my god. That drama. So crazy. Okay. He was talking with Ayla. I never had anything against Ayla because I wasn't anti-sex work. Yeah, I was never. Yeah, I was never. Was I ever anti-sex work? No, not really. I watch porn. I can't be like it. Just doesn't. It doesn't actually work unless you want to be a hypocrite. Okay. Alex Jones debates Destiny. I remember seeing that. Was it the Milo debate? Was that when I first started watching him? Let's see. When is this? This is April 2023. Did I watch him in 2022? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when the timeline is for me starting to watch him. Because I think the Destiny to right wing de radicalization pipeline is a true thing. Because, you go into your right wing ecosystem and you don't realize that over time you're getting more and more. I don't like the term radicalized, but it's true. You get more and more radicalized because you're listening to these viewpoints. You start thinking the viewpoints are normal, and then you get to the point that people are talking about like freaking being gay as a sin, and you're just like, wait, what the hell are we talking about here? And then yeah, so then you're like, okay, we've gone too far. You realize you've gone too far at a certain point. I forget, like Dobbs' decision seems in my memory to be the kind of thing that like makes you know you've gone too far, but I don't know if because that happened in 2022. So let's see. Adam 22, Destiny Blue Hair. Yeah, I was watching him while he had the blue hair. Okay, the blue hair stuff was while he was debating all the red pillars. I just need to understand my timeline for like how I what the pipeline was. I think the article's just gonna end up being like my whole timeline for political shit, probably. Cause can I just focus on the information diet without going too far down my own personal pipeline? I don't know. Uh, yep, I remember he was watching that Jordan Peterson thing. Okay, but how much? How much did I watch it? Because I remember him being explicitly anti-Tate, and just pearly things was stupid. Debating red pillars. Craziest debates from 2022. Okay. I vaguely remember that video. This was before. Oh yeah, the Steven Crowder freaking bullshit with the contract. Okay, I remember that being a thing. I definitely got disillusioned with Crowder by that point because I was like, this is bullshit. But I was still okay. This is interesting because I was still watching Tim Pool at the same time and paying attention to the right wing ecosystem while this was happening. So I wasn't completely disillusioned with right wing media at that point yet. I think this Russian stuff definitely is completely destroyed now. Now I'm just like, okay. I should have been more perturbed by Alex Jones being mainstreamed on the right, to be honest. But I just wasn't. I was a stupid 19-year-old, so I'll give myself credit for that. Well, one of the great things about not being public until now is that I can recollect on all those things from like 2019 and absolve myself because I'm like, okay, glad I didn't write anything publicly while I was becoming conspiracy brain. So that was a good thing. And that was also when I was at the height of my drug usage. So that could also be an issue. So I don't know. I thought about this recently because I got high like a week ago. And I remember being like, yeah, your brain just makes a bunch of like connections, but those connections aren't like related to anything. So I wonder how much like right wing conspiratorial stuff is also like drug fueled. That would be very curious to me. But you know, you can go that direction without being on drugs. So yeah, okay. So the contract stuff was happening, and I was still watching both things. I was also watching the PBD podcast at that time. I was watching a lot of right wing media for sure. Man, I was deep down the rabbit hole. Deep down the rabbit hole. Oh my god, that was crazy. I was in the middle of college and the lockdowns were happening. And during the lockdowns, oh my god, so much deep down the rabbit hole. That's crazy. Okay. You gotta realize. Okay. But that interview with Tim Pool, not Tim Pool, oh my god, interview with Lex Friedman was, this says a year ago, and this was before the blue hair. Or this is from November 2022. Yeah. So I'm still not even at Dobbs' decision. I don't know whether I was watching it in November 2022. Let's see. Black Bill, yeah. Oh yeah, the Elon Musk stuff, because Elon Musk was buying Twitter. Oh, I remember when he got interviewed by the trigonometry guy. Okay. Jesus Christ, I watch way too much political content. You can literally tell, like, the brain is all over the place on this. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure out exactly what was happening, exactly where I was. I was definitely on the black belt train for a little bit. Oh my god. Self-report. So much self-reporting. But I need to write the freaking I hate myself article. I used to hate myself article at some point, which will outline some of the details when it comes to like, oh, you know, you learn about evolutionary psychology and then you get all over the place and then you're like in the pipeline where it's like, am I going to become a misogynist? No, I didn't end up becoming a misogynist, luckily. But you grow down that pipeline, you definitely come out of the misogynist. But it's like, it doesn't make sense for me to be a misogynist because I just know so many like brilliant women that's just like, it just doesn't work. I can't hate on all of women when I have key examples of like women being great in my life. So it's just like you can't go full misogynist. But I guess if you have no examples of good women in your life, but I think the problem is that people do this thing where, you know, it's the same thing that women do when they say all men are trash, but men are doing the same thing on their side, where it's like all women are trash. Whereas the woman will be like all men are trash, except for the men in my life that I appreciate and are good. And they won't be able to make that distinction. It's the same thing that racists do, where they'll be like, oh, I hate black people, but you're one of the good ones, so it's okay. Like literally all the same parallel. but I'm just not capable of doing that. I'm not capable of being like, all of these guys are bad. There are some good apples though. Like I can't do it. I can call the statistics and be like, on average, da 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 da. But that doesn't mean that as individuals, I just can't. I can separate those two things, I think, pretty well. Um, and also, I'm black and Chinese, so it makes it so that being racist is just it just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, being the in-group out-group bias stuff doesn't work to me on an identity level. It might work to me on a or the immutable identity characteristics. It doesn't really work for me. But on ideas, it seems like that works to some extent because, I was in right-wing media ecosystem. So, there was some tribal element there, but that was on an idea level and not an identity level. And then you realize that, oh, there are other people that are doing this based on an identity thing and not ideas. And then you're like, oh, wait, doing tribalism in general is a bad idea. And then you're like, okay, you're totally out. So, jeez. Let's see if I can find out when I started watching. Link DMs respond. I think we might be getting to the end because I wasn't watching him every day at these points. Because, yeah, I knew the Sneeko Moist Critical stuff. Ah, yes, and he was reacting to the Ben Shapiro, Lex Friedman thing, meaning that I must have started watching him around the time that he got interviewed by Lex Friedman. Yep, this is November the 11th. And this is November 22nd. It's 27th. So yeah. I probably did start watching him more after he got interviewed by Lex Friedman. And yeah, he was talking to the Red Pillars and stuff. But this was before I went full on Destiny fan. And then I was kind of in two worlds where I was still paying attention to right-wing media, but also still enough still in the lefty sphere, and then slowly over time you get de-radicalized. Jeez. I need to have a better memory of how that pipeline shaped up. What do I have right now in my notes? Jan 6 happens, then you're like, yeah, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. When was Destiny at the freaking Minds conference? Because I think that was part of it too. All this lab drama, I wasn't paying attention to the lab Mr. Girl stuff at all. I paid attention to some of the Red Pill debates. I just didn't watch everything. I wasn't a content, watch whatever comes out at that point yet. So, did see the Ye stuff. I was still watching Tim Pool at that point because I saw Ye on Tim Pool's podcast with freaking, what's the guy's name? Shoot, I totally forget. Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, once you get to Nick Fuentes, you're like, yep, this is super radical. Like, so obviously radical. Misogynistic, white supremacist, like, just everything about it is like, you can tell. You're just way down. This person obviously makes sense why he's persona non grata. Like, absolutely. But it's also annoying because when you have a conspiracy theorist person platformed, because he's not actually as bad as he's portrayed to be, that's an issue because you realize, oh, the conspiracy theorists, they're also humans, and then that's a problem because if any point that they make is like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting, then you might go down the pipeline with that guy, and that's an issue. That's an issue. I need to figure that out too. Oh my god, too many thoughts. I've gotten way off track when it comes to writing. And I don't think I need to get all these details accurate. Oh my god. I'm having that problem again where I'm coming up with too many ideas and not actually writing down what I need. Libertarians. Yes, I do remember watching some of that. Do I actually need to know this though? Do I actually need to know? I wasn't paying attention to his Ukraine debunking stuff. Debate with the TikTok communists. Who have I gone too far? Have I gone too far? Do I know this person? I don't know this person. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're getting to points where I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see these videos. I didn't know he talked to Friedrich Prigozhin before then. All right. Yeah, this is getting the content that I didn't watch. Wokeness gone too far. Changed my. I did see something that changed my mind stuff. Jesus Christ, this is so hard. So hard to figure out. That was in October. So it's probably the case that I saw him from watching other content. And then eventually it was just like, okay, I'll watch him directly. And then, yeah. It was probably mostly his debates with red pillars. Let's see what other times he showed up on Tim Pool's podcast. Because that was the first time I ever heard of him, was when they were talking about, it was before the election happened. Right? This is from March 30th. What? That wasn't the first time it was. Oh, yeah, because it's talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. But when was the first time he was on? Uh, there were other times he was on, right? The indictments happened. Because I think the other time he was on was not when he. Shoot. I'm not going to get my timeline straight. The timeline's going to be all over the place. There was a different time he was on than just. Shoot. Because I know he did the culture war thing, that was a separate thing. Oh my god. Are they not? Is that not going to be here? There must have been a first time. Because this isn't the first time, right? I need to figure this out. Trump indictments, they debate the indictments, I know that, yeah, and they were trying to find out further evidence. But no, there's a different time. Whereas because he got banned from Twitch for the Kyle Rittenhouse position? Kyle Rittenhouse. Jesus Christ. Am I going to be able to find the original, like the first time it was on? What was this? There must have been. There must have been another time where they're debating who would make a better candidate for president, right? Did he get rid of that? Oh my god, YouTube search isn't as good as it used to be. Yeah. Oh my god, you're actually kidding. Why? 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 Why did they make? Yes, because yeah. Okay. Oh, the election had already happened. Okay. They're talking about Biden versus Trump. Yeah. This is the first time I ever saw this guy. Was when he was on that. Wait, oh my god, he had a different Twitter handle because he kept getting banned from Twitter all the time. I don't remember that. Oh my god. Or is it different? Who's Maury? That who is this? I do not remember this person being on this thing at all. But anyway, that was the first time this guy ever showed up in my feed. And I didn't think much of it at the time. And then he kept showing up in a bunch of other things. And then eventually I was like, okay, let's figure this out. I watched like one of his live streams. When I was watching his live stream, it was really interesting because I remember thinking this before when I listened to BreadTubers after they did a debate with Lauren Southern. And I remember it being so interesting hearing how like methodical and analytical the people on the left were about like beating the talking points of the right and you know, like trying to prove that she's like a Nazi or all these other things. And I remember it seeming like so stupid at the time, like their analysis of it. And I was just like, oh, they do everything in bad faith and blah, 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 blah. And then I put Destiny in the same position as the BreadTube people. I do think the BreadTube people are worse than Destiny is because I think he actually does not debate in bad faith. He's actually like thinking through the positions and all that sort of thing. Now, does he come to the same conclusions that I would all the time? Not necessarily, but that's not an issue. As long as I know that he's coming at it from like, okay, this is what he believes. So you're like, okay, this makes sense. I understand his framework. Whereas other people's frameworks seem to be like more partisan biased. So that was what I enjoyed about them. But oh my god, I have to like travel on memories from 4 years ago. There's no way. I just don't need this timeline in my head. Dude. Oh shoot, I closed the wrong thing. This should be title now. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Can I get that timeline exact? Because January 6th happened. First exposure to Destiny was on Tim Cast or Tim Cast IRL podcast. We'll put a link to that. I'm not gonna be able to. Oh my god. This timeline's way more complicated than I gave it credit, but the timeline should be its own article. Because that was my first exposure. That's not what I wanted. That's not the link I wanted. I want this link. Yeah, my first exposure was listening to him on there. Jesus Christ. Am I gonna be able to get there? Because Trump threat to democracy and Breaking Points hadn't started. When did Breaking Points start? Jesus Christ. Because I was listening to The Hill with Crystal and Sagar. A lot of that. And I was first exposed to them through Joe Rogan. Jesus Christ. Okay. but Breaking Points, when did that start? That must have started in 2021. Yeah, because I was doing my internship at IBM during the time that this first came out, with them leaving the hill. This is 2021. So what's exactly the pipeline here? The hill, when they were on the hill, they were debunking all the election fraud cases. I was watching them during that time, and that kept me off the edge, for sure. Oh my god. This is gonna be a separate thing. This is all gonna be a separate article. Okay, I just can't. Okay, I need to be able to separate this out. Separate article. My media diet over time. I can't really do. Okay, we need separate stuff because the part one would be games and games journalism, because we just talked about that, and then part two would be political content. Actually, part two, right? Let's do right-wing radical. How do you spell radical? Dude, radicalization. We'll start with that, and then part three. No. Part two will be like anti-wokeism, and then part three will be right-wing radicalization, which would probably be about because of COVID. Or most of the radicalization would be during COVID, but then there'd be like some stuff before then. Starting to listen. Okay, let's make this a separate bullet point. Starting to listen to right-wing media. Okay, so it was because of the anti-wokeism then you started listening to right-wing media. This should be its own separate article, but even though I can still detail it within this article, fuck, this is so hard. Yes, as soon as you come up with one idea, you're like, boom, this other idea, this other idea. You so many ideas. So many other ideas. Okay. But it's good that I'm hashing this out. So then I can actually, I can go down the rabbit hole and then come out the rabbit hole because I've explored that idea enough. Then go to okay. Starting the right-wing media, right-wing radicalization. There's so many figures in here because you've got freaking your Joe Rogan, but I started listening to Joe Rogan while on the anti-wokeism arc, probably. Joe Rogan. I need to find what episode I first listened to him for. When did he interview Bernie Sanders? Joe Rogan, Bernie Sanders. That was 5 years ago. So who else was he interviewing during that time? Because I was definitely in the Bernie camp. But that's so... am I going to be able to go that far back? Oh, shoot. Computer? Don't fail me? Yes, okay. Because that Bernie Sanders was... What number was that? That was 5 years ago, and that was 1330. Was that that? I think I also listened to Andrew Yang on his podcast. But I must have been listening to his podcast for something else. I don't remember what the first thing I was listening to the podcast. When did he interview Andrew Yang? Joe Rogan, Andrew Yang. When was Andrew Yang on? 12:45. I didn't watch his thing with Tulsi. I didn't watch his first thing with Tulsi anyway. But I just need to understand the timeline, like where. Oh my god, these. Okay, just need to understand where exactly I was listening to him, so I can get my timeline straight. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole separate article because this media diet thing is gonna be all over the place. Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever. Because this was while he was with Spotify, so he's doing clips at the same time. Oh my god, I'm surprised YouTube has a feature where it can like put put the um put the stuff in the right place. Oh god, it's gonna take me forever to get down here. Oh my god. Ah, because we're gonna, because there's 1,200. Shoot, there's so many. That's how you know you watch too many podcasts. Oh my god. I'm so glad I've transitioned into like reading. Yummy Park. I remember that podcast. Oh boy. Okay, while this is scrolling down, I'm gonna go get my phone. Uh, do, do, do. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're almost there. We'll be at 5 years at some point. 5 years ago. What was going on? Oh my god. Okay, we're getting down there. Lex Friedman. Because I'd seen the Bernie thing. But let's see how many of these people I actually recognize listening to. I listened as Bill Burr. Well, actually, was it because that was multiple times that you'd done? Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Ah, yes, okay. Now we're getting into territory because I saw him. He talked with Adam Conover, and I remember I used to watch a lot of Adam Ruins Everything episodes, and I remember they got into the debate about like trans people doing sports, and then it just seemed like Adam didn't know what to do about like Joe Rogan's questioning, and that was interesting. And then that made me feel like, everything that Adam said in Adam Ruins Everything was discredited, but that was a stupid conclusion because there's definitely content in Adam Ruins Everything that I think was fair when it came to like, it was like the arguments for why you don't necessarily need to own property. I think those are still correct today, because you could be a rentoid and it's okay. But anyway, yeah. So back then, I was ignorant enough to not know better. I was just like, oh, he got owned, and then you're like, done. Don't can dismiss him because he got owned. But that's how you think when you're like a freaking. This is 5 years ago. When you're an 18-year-old, yeah, that's how you think about things. You're just not very astute in your analysis. Um, okay, I remember the Adam Conover stuff. I only watched based on whether or not I thought the guest would be interesting. So the Tulsi, I didn't watch that. Jack Dorsey, I didn't watch that. Were some of these taken down by YouTube? Because there's a lot not here. Or are they exclusive to Spotify? I wonder what's happening there. When did the freaking Andrew Yang 1245? Where is that? Because it's not ordered properly. Clearly. Wait, what happened? Oh, it was live stream. Oh, yeah, there was a time period where he did live stuff. No, no, you're actually kidding me. Please don't be separated that much, though. Okay, good. It's not separated that much. Yeah, there was a time period where he was doing this live stream. Yes, I remember when he talked to Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart was a famous person. So I was like, oh, I want to watch a famous person. Ben Shapiro, I had probably seen clips of it, but not necessarily um, the actual conversation. This was when he talked about like they got into the argument about like gay people. That was probably that one. Let's see. Let's see how many of these I actually ended up seeing. Andrew Schultz. I only saw that later. Peter Hotez. Oh wait, was this when COVID was first happening? 2019. This is March of 2019. Okay, so this was before he talked to him about COVID stuff. Oh my god. Oh, this is so difficult to go through. Okay. I don't think I saw the Jack Dorsey shit till later. I'm just trying to understand when I properly started watching Joe Rogan, so then I have a good sense of the timeline for that. Was it just Adam Conover? It might have just been Andrew Yang, because I was figuring out about his run for president. But what was it? What was it referencing? Because I remember there was definitely a time period in high school where I was watching Joe Rogan, but I don't know what I was watching. Was it just the comedians? It might have just been like, oh, I know that name, and oh, I get to see this long conversation on. Jonathan Haidt is here. He wrote The Coddling of the American Mind. Did I even read? I didn't read Coddling of American Mind till I was in college. Jesus Christ. It's going to be so hard to figure out. Happiness Hypothesis, Coddling of the American Mind. I didn't read Coddling at that point. This is 2019. I didn't graduate yet. I have a distinct memory of getting out of an acid trip, and when it was like the acid trip was over, I listened to Joe Rogan, and it was like his MMA podcast or whatever, and he was interviewing like some random woman who was talking about being like wanting to be mom champ. I don't remember her name. I don't watch MMA, so I just don't know what was going on there, but I have a distinct memory of watching that podcast in particular after coming back from an acid trip. Meaning that I must have watched other stuff before then. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much difficulty figuring this out. So figuring out my exact timeline for my political journey. Let's see, because the anti-wokeism stuff was why I watched Joe Rogan. And there was this one channel in particular that convinced me of validity of some right-wing ideas. Is this actually? Yep, this is exactly what it was. 1791. They used to have an L in here. But yeah, this guy did some stuff that I remember. Oh wait, there was like a gameplay commentary channel. Oh my god, there was some random gameplay commentary channel that I watched so many years ago, and I remember he put me on this channel of the 1791. I don't even know what happened during this. Like, what about this year is relevant? This is general. I want to see in the U.S. because there's probably something that I should know about. First Bank of the United States. Is it really that? I swear to God, if it's that, the conspiracy is about like banking and how banking's always bad. But oh my God. Okay. God dang it. Okay. For those of you viewing right now, I'm trying to figure out what exactly my timeline was for what my media diet was over time. And I'm trying to go through the pipeline of like, okay, I was watching games and games journalism, and then I got into anti-wokeism because, you know, Gamergate shit was happening. And then from anti-wokeism, you start watching right-wing content. And then from watching right-wing content, you're like probably getting radicalized. And then COVID happens. COVID lockdowns make you hyper radicalized, potentially conspiratorial. And then Dobbs decisions happens. And then when Dobbs decisions happen, then you get disillusioned because you're like, oh wait, they are anti-abortion. And then you're like, well, I'm not anti-abortion, so there must be something going on here that I didn't understand properly. And then you realize that, oh wait, the people that are the anti-woke people are the same people that in the previous time would have been the censoring because it's not Christian people. And then you're like, oh wait, there's a problem here. And then and then you turn around and then you're like, okay, so I'm not a wokey and I'm not a Christian conservative. So what am I? And then you realize, oh wait, there's this Destiny guy, this Destiny streamer. And then the Destiny streamer, you're like, oh, he's edgy, but he's still on the left. And I'm like, wait, you can be edgy and still on the left? Okay, that's neat. And then you're like, okay. So that's kind of like my mindset as a young Gen Z person going through the political ecosystem cycle. But I always considered myself someone on the left because of social issues, most of the social issues I'm left on. Economically, I'm probably more right-leaning today. So I got more into like, okay, you're probably like left libertarian or libertarian probably does make you right-wing, but you know, left on social issues, right on economic issues. That's kind of where I'm positioned perfectly. So, you know, I never went full rightoid because I just couldn't, because the social things just didn't agree with. But the economic things made more sense to me. And I couldn't be commie socialist sort of person. So, you know, it's just anyway. So I'm trying to figure out like when exactly I started watching Joe Rogan. That's where I'm at right now. And my distinct memory is watching Adam Conover. So let me see if that's before or after Andrew Yang. Adam Conover. Because maybe I found him through Andrew. Yeah, okay. So we'll start with the Andrew Yang episode. That's like a starting point for watching him. I might have watched him before then, but Andrew Yang. What number is this? Shoot, I don't remember. Let's hope the link just shows me the thumbnail, and then I'll know. Jesus Christ. This is so much to go through. 12:45. Let me get a date for that. So then I have a good sense. February 12th, 2019. But I didn't first watch him February 12th, 2019. I didn't first watch him directly. I must have been watching other stuff. When did I start watching this 1791 channel? Let's figure that out. If I can figure this out, this in the timeline. So because I was watching that channel in high school, and that was when I started watching Jordan Peterson for sure. Okay. Oh, because the James Damore stuff happened. The James Damore stuff happened while I was in high school because James Damore went to my high school. When did the James Damore stuff come out? James Damore. And when was he interviewed on Joe Rogan? Google's ideological... that was 2017. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is tough. This is tough. Figuring all this out is tough. That was only in 2017? James... oh, wait. Did I spell that right? Yeah, James Damore. Okay. Let's... Google ideological... and this is in 2017. Jesus, guys. Oh, my God. There's such a web here. July... 2017. So, yeah, you're already becoming anti-woke. Because by the time I was in high school, I was already pretty anti woke because I went to in high school. I was in um I was in a bunch of social justice related clubs. There was this club that I was in called Acting for Gender Equality, and it was clear to me that being like adversarial in politics wasn't useful because it made people not like you. And I was like, okay, if you can't build a coalition because everybody hates your personality, then you're not going to be able to get your aims done. So I understood that, and that was my issue with woke people was their tactics, even if I believed in what they wanted socially. Um, okay, so let's see. When did I start watching this channel? How Late Night Hurts America. The Blue. Okay. Russia Ghost Power. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of anti woke stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I must have started watching him like when he first did stuff. But which one? Which video did I first start watching? Is this was this AOC one? This anti AOC bullshit? 2017 was James Damore. This is 2018. When was their first video? I don't think I watched their first video though. I only watched some of their video. 2017. James Damore's July 2017. Was I watching this channel? I definitely didn't see this first video. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I definitely didn't see this first video. Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Jesus King? Wait. This is from 4 years ago. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I wasn't sorted by all. This thumbnail looks familiar. And this thumbnail also looks familiar. I've definitely seen the Wrong About Rap, AOC, Mind a Yay. I did see Mind a Yay. Did I see it as soon as it came out, though? That's the question. Because this is from 2018. Because I found him through a gameplay commentary channel, but I'm not going to be able to find that. Because I don't save my history, so I'm only going based on memory. Harvey Weinstein. This is from 2017. So I'd imagine I found this channel. Oh, wait. Definitely watch the net neutrality thing. Yep. Okay. Okay. Definitely watch net neutrality. Definitely watch all of these videos around the same time frame. So this modern university. So was it? Did he already do James Damore? Did he cover the James Damore stuff? Late night. Because I didn't watch the oldest thing first. Okay, so it's got to be early 2018, late 2017 that I must have started watching that channel. So early 27. Oh wait, early 2018, late 2017. Likely started watching in that time frame because I remember James Damore happening, and I don't remember what my media diet was. while that was happening. Because I was watching Drifter, and he was doing live streams of Black Ops 3 and talking about Trump. And this was pre 2016 election. When was Black Ops 3 release date? BO3 release date. I don't remember whether this was during the beta or no, the game was already out by this point. So Black Ops 3 was released Black Ops 3 was November of 2015. So all of 2016 was happening. James Damore. I was already... Because Trump actually goes into the presidency in 2017. Let's see. Donald. Yeah. So 2017 is when he's in office. When did I start watching Philip DeFranco? So we'll have to get Philip DeFranco in here. Philip DeFranco. And I understand when I started watching him to get a better sense of the timeline. Because the first video I watched with him... Shoot. Games journalist. We might have to talk about me being a feminist. As like another thing. So 3, 4, 5. Part 2. Feminist. Okay. I was in a GSA. Gay Straight Alliance. GSA. And I was in 7th grade when I was in my first GSA, right? Because I took piano as one of my art credits. And then I did visual art as my 2nd credit. Because I did piano 7th grade. Yeah, it must have been 7th grade. And when are you in 7th grade? Oh my god. Shoot. Oh my god. 2016 was a sophomore. 2015 was a freshman. 2014, 8th grade. 2013. You're 12 years old when you're in 7th grade, right? 7th grade age. 12 and 13. Okay, so that meant it was 2013. Okay, so around 2013, 2014 was the first time I was in a GSA. And then, 2015, 2016 was in feminist club called Acting for Gender Equality. And while I was in that group, that was the first time I heard about intersectionality. Okay. Are we getting this timeline straight? Oh boy. There's so much to go through. So we have games. These are all gonna be separate articles, and I'm not even getting to the point that I wanted to make here. So I'll have to flesh this out tomorrow, the actual information that I think. Because right now this is more compelling because of how much can be written off just my timeline here. Because each of these can be outlined into their own article. But I just need to get to that because we have right wing radicalization, not political content. De-radicalization. Because we'd have to talk about January 6th, 2021. But that still wasn't enough. Like, Trump, dangerous. Like, that still wasn't enough to get me. And then Dobbs' decision. Dobbs' decision. That was some even more disillusionment from that. And the leak. So we knew the leak was May 2022. Leaked in May 2022. To democracy. So you had a sense of that because, you know, it was this coup attempt. And before then, because even during, we have like how did I start watching Tim Pool? When did I start watching? I want to say it was from a Joe Rogan interview. Yeah, it was probably from a Joe Rogan interview. And they were around the similar time that I was watching The Hill. Was also from Joe Rogan. Like there's just a lot of that ecosystem that you end up in through what Rogan's looking at, clearly. But The Hill either came during COVID or before COVID. I think it was before COVID that he first interviewed The Hill. Let's see if I can find this. Crystal Ball Saga. That's their recent one. This is the first time he interviewed them. Yup. Okay. Oh wait, this was in the middle of COVID. This timeline's gonna be so hard to get. Was it wait? Was it June? June 3rd. June 3rd, 2020. So we wanted to talk about pre-COVID, during COVID, and then post-COVID. Do we get the post-COVID? We'll get. Let's see. Breaking point. Breaking points. Breaking point starts. June 1st, 2021. So that's a year after they did Rogan. Wow. Okay. When's the Tim Pool interview? The more recent one though. So I need to see. But it can't be the vagina got it. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. This is what made me start watching him. Because he was still ostensibly left with like wanting to vote for Bernie. April 27th. Okay. So this is before the timeline. And yeah, this is during COVID. Oh, wait. Was there a time he interviewed him? There was a time that he interviewed him. There must be. Because when was Tim on? One of his most viewed ones is the one with freaking Joe. Oh, this one being live. Oh yeah, that. Right. Where? Where is this? Does he not have it anymore? Oh my god. I thought that was the most popular one on there. Wasn't it? Yeah, there's so many people on during that time. Did you have to get rid of it? What the hell? How much stuff gets memory hold? Gotta be a video. No? Did you have to delete that? Really? Okay, it's still in here. That was in 2021. Okay, okay. So I do have the right Tim Pool because he went on Rogan soon after that. So yeah, I think I have the right. Not that. I think I have the right one. Then December. December of 2020. Okay. Ah. Am I really gonna get this timeline straight? I'm probably not gonna get this timeline straight. Jesus Christ. Do I need to get the timeline straight? Trump dangerous. Oh, sorry, listening the right way. Need it. Oh my god. Do I really want to go through the resources of my brain to figure this out? Did I already get this point? Yes, I did. Okay. Because this guy didn't post that much, but I was definitely watching a lot of his content as he was doing it. Okay. Wait. I want to see that video. Ha. Wonder what happened here. Because he might do a good overview of that channel. Because I did see that the right opinion video on because he might have a thing that'll jog my memory on like the content that he did. Jeez. Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of gameplay people that I watched because I was really into Call of Duty. Got really into Call of Duty, particularly Black Ops 2, which came out in 2012, if I recall. Black Ops 2. 2012. Yep. Okay. 2012. Release. So you're watching T. Martin. You were watching Drifter. Who else was I watching other than... I only remember T Martin and Drifter. There were probably some other dudes. I didn't find 402 Thunder 402 till later, but Thunder... Is it 402? What the hell? 402 Thunder? Yep. 402 Thunder 402. I didn't find him till later. Wait, he started recording himself? Really? Crazy. Does he still do stuff? Yeah, he still does stuff. And he still gets decent views. Huh. What a guy. Just keep on trucking. Okay, anyway. There were other people too. Because I was also watching Syndicate because of zombies. But Syndicate also did Minecraft. What's on Minecraft? Was it Minecraft to Call of Duty or Call of Duty to Minecraft? Well, I'll just put Minecraft in here. Because I started playing Minecraft before Call of Duty for sure. Let's see. Minecraft. Because the full version of Minecraft also came out in 2020. Is that the full release? Yeah, first released. Yeah, full release doesn't happen until 2011. Okay. And I was playing Minecraft before the full release, so I was a child. And Minecraft YouTube was becoming a thing. For Minecraft, it was this guy. Ooh. Oh my god. Silent Mist. Silent Mystification. That guy. He probably still has like 10k subscribers now. Silent Mist. Not the same guy. Mystification. This guy. Yeah, he hasn't done stuff in quite a while. But yeah, I was watching him. But when was I watching him? This was after Pokemon. He was doing... When did he start doing Minecraft? Shoot. Because the first thing I watched was probably his Survival Island. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Because there was his Survival Island. Then he did Red Squared or Red Cubed. Red Squared? I forget what it was. Well, if I go by popular. He has so much content. Jesus Christ. His gameplay. Yep, it was Survival Island, definitely. Started watching him here. Survival Island. Survival Island. Yeah, I didn't watch that as it was coming out though, so I need to get a good sense of. Because what year was this? Survival Island. 13 years ago. Jesus Christ. Because, yeah, he's playing like freaking beta build. April 2nd. Jesus. 2011. Oh my god, this. Fucking 10 years old. Jesus. But did I watch him when I was 10 years old? That's the question. When did Red Cubed come out? Red Cubed? Was it Red Cubed? Yeah, Red Cubed Season 1. When was the first one of that? Only 12 years ago. Okay, so not too far off from the other thing. August 3rd. Okay, Red Cubed Vanilla. Vanilla Minecraft. Because he was doing Technic? The Technic pack at some point. Okay, so Red Cubed. That's not April. That's when is this Red Cubed? That's Survival Island. I want Red Cubed. August 3rd. 2012. So not actually too far off from each other. So maybe his... Wait, really? My god. Minecraft. Yeah, not that old. Or... from beta to release wasn't that long in the grand scheme of things. But I was watching him before Red Cubed. For sure. But where would I find... Where am I going to find where he was doing, like, Technic? Let's get technical. Yes, getting technical with Minecraft. Wait. Was this before? August. Yeah. So getting technical with Minecraft was before Red Cubed. Yes. Because I must have been watching that before, yeah. Because I couldn't mod myself because my computer was crap. So I'd watch his videos. But I also wasn't like a huge builder person either. But I'm getting technical with Minecraft. Did I close that? Please. Because I need to link these. There were such long videos. I liked long form content even back then. I knew the truth. Jesus Christ. Figuring out my timeline, my life's timeline, my content timeline. 7th. Oh my god. Where is Red Cubed? Oh no, I already closed it. It's not here. Okay. Oh shoot. Red Cubed. Okay, Red Cubed. Let's just start from the beginning. That's not what I want because I don't want it in the playlist. I want just the video. Okay, here we go. There we go. I remember loving the freaking opening to this, and I found out what the freaking SoundCloud was for the music that he listened to, and then oh my god, I downloaded that, put it on my iPod Shuffle. Oh my god, yes, so much of that. I'm gonna put that note in here because I gotta remember that. Intro song to SoundCloud to putting song on iPod. I baked a cake just for you. Look at it. I need to figure out whatever the fuck that song was. What was it? Where is that song? Is this it? Yep. It's on the SoundCloud. Yes. Yeah, whoever this Blake Robinson is this the guy? Is this the guy that made all that stuff? I don't want to play this right now because it's probably... Well, let's... Okay. Let me find out. Oh, wait. I already have my sound muted, so you guys won't hear it. But I need to find out whether this is... Yep, this is the guy. Okay. I found it. That's what I wanted. Okay. We are really going down the rabbit hole here. Oh my god. My media diet over time, games journalism, Minecraft, silent mystification. Who else was in the Minecraft thing? Syndicate was also in the Minecraft thing. And then Syndicate and T Martin doing the CSGO lotto shit. Oh my god, that was crazy drama. Oh geez, there's so much in there. Oh my god. Wait. Philip DeFranco. Did he cover CSGO Lotto? Philip DeFranco. Because I must have known him by that. CSGO Lotto. Did he cover this? Really? Philip DeFranco didn't do it? No. There's Drifter. No, but that's not it. Did he not cover it? Can I get this? Please? Please? No, he didn't. I don't know where I found that from. Okay. I need to understand what I watched Philip DeFranco from because it was like the most random thing ever. Because I remember the exact video that I watched was on the sidebar for another video I was watching. And then it happened to be drama about some random thing. I don't remember. Was it like a YouTuber or oh my god. Uh and that's when I started watching him. And then I got into like news content from that. Oh my god. The timeline. The timeline. It's so hard. It's so hard to figure out when stuff happened. But Philip DeFranco's been on YouTube forever. So I'm not gonna be like, wait. Oh. Did he delete some of the old stuff? I might be able to find this. Oh. Why did he delete his old stuff? Because the stuff that I first watched him for, maybe it's not here anymore. I recognize that background. Oh my god. I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, because no, he made stuff beforehand. No. No. Does that mean all his old stuff? He's deleted a bunch of the old stuff? Am I not going to be able to find it? I'm not going to be able to find the original stuff that got me into watching film? Oh no. Because it was too edgy in the past and he wanted to scrape himself of his edge boy past? You're kidding. Why, Phil? Why? Why have you forsaken me? No, now I'm not going to be able to find out what the original stuff was. You're kidding. If I search SXE Phil, did he have a channel before? No, he didn't. No, he just scrubbed his old stuff because it was too edgy and he didn't, no, so you can only go back to him covering the Trump administration. Is this video explaining why he deleted all the old shit? Please. Please. You're kidding. Please. Oh my god. I'm going to turn on the audio so that you guys can hear. But oh my god, you're kidding.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Unfortunately, the main gist of this video, for those that are going to dislike and leave, the main gist of this video is that there will be no Philip DeFranco shows this week. I will come back the next Monday. I apologize for not giving you a heads up before this.
No, that's not a useful... That's just a random video. Okay, if I go to these videos, these are deleted videos now, right? Yup. He scrubbed his edgy phase from the internet. Why, Phil? Why? Now I'm not going to remember when I started watching you. Because I watched him before... I think I watched him before Donald Trump became president, for sure. God damn it. Why, Phil? Why? So sad. So unfortunate. Oh my god, I'm going to mute desktop audio again. But oh my god. Now I'm not going to be able to put this in the timeline. Dang it. Because I was watching Phil by the time... Okay. Watching by the time I got to high school. So that must have been 2016. I was already watching him. So I must have started before that. Because, yeah, both my roommate and I watched him. Damn. God dang it. 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 And this timeline's not exact. Jeez. Okay. It's because I was a feminist during the games are doing all this stuff. Philip DeFranco wasn't, okay. Philip DeFranco, I don't know where to put him. I don't actually know where to put him. You ever have to go through the recesses of your brain to figure out what the hell you were doing in middle school, then high school, then college? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And it's so difficult. I remember back when I was in high school, because your life was so damn short, I could remember all the details. I could be like, oh yeah, this happened this year, this happened this year, this happened when I was in grade, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it's so much harder now. I'm freaking 23, I'm 2 years out of college, and it's so much harder to figure out what you were doing at different stages of your life. But I'm slowly chomping down, slowly figuring out the timeline of what the hell I was doing in 2015, 2013. Like, oh my god. Minecraft. You got to talk about Chimney Swift if you're going to talk about Minecraft. Where the hell is Chimney Swift? Chimney Swift. Chimney. I don't even know how to spell chimney. Chimney Swift. Yes. Is he still around? He did stuff like a year ago. Huh. Is he still doing? No, he's doing normal games now. How long did he do the Minecraft files for? Jesus. Chimney Swift 11. The guy. The GOAT of Minecraft YouTuber. Actually, I have no idea whether he was the GOAT or not. That's not gonna help me. Jesus. That's a terrible way to edit, but I don't want to type it, so that's how we're doing it. Oh no, I didn't put Silent Mist channel. I found the baker cake. Jeez. That's so specific. Why? Why do I need to know all these details? Do I actually need to know any of this? Oh, yeah, but you probably don't need to know any of this. But I gotta know my history, man. I can't forget my history. Once I'm old and senile, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, he logged it all. Thank God he logged it all. Okay. Oh God. Games. But this is the idea for like 4 blog articles, and I have not even written the article that I need to write for today, and my bedtime's in 30 minutes. Oh my God. What do I make my schedule? My new schedule, because I need to know when I have writing time tomorrow. Okay. When do I have writing time tomorrow? Let me not get sunk into the rabbit hole. I do want to bookmark that, but okay, I was about to get stuck on Twitter because I need to see where I actually wrote the schedule down. I need to take a screenshot of the schedule so that, oh wait, did I already? Yes, I already did. Let's go. I'm so smart. Let's go. Tuesday. Tuesday is gym, then dinner, then Japanese. So I don't even have any writing time tomorrow. I need a, oh boy. Okay. If I go to sleep at 10, then I can wake up at maybe 6, and then I have some extra time. And then I might actually be able to write the real article that I need to write, because it's Tuesday, and I need to have a video by Wednesday. So I need to write this article before Wednesday. Oh my God. I'm just going down my freaking history rabbit hole to write these big-ass articles later. But, okay. Well, we're going to pause on figuring out my timeline. We're going to pause on that. We're going to put this in a separate doc. Yeah, we're going to put this in a separate doc. Work on that later. So then we don't keep going down the pipeline. Let's see. My media diet over time. And then we'll take that, make it the title. We'll do the outline. And okay, yeah, all of this stuff should be here. And oh my God, it's already terrible because these shouldn't be bullet pointed. They should be okay, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Being a feminist, anti-woke, right-wing radicalization, de-radicalization. These are all separate articles in some way. So it's not one article, but you know. Let's see. Each of these eras should be made into separate articles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So don't need that. Let's see if we can refocus. Refocus and not talk about the right wing rabbit hole. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go pee and take the tiniest bit of a walk so that my brain can be like off for a bit, and then I can reestablish what I wanted to write about because I went down way too many rabbit holes. I didn't even get to like when I started watching Joe Rogan. I used Andrew Yang as the litmus test, but I probably found out about Andrew Yang through the 1791-L person. Oh my god, there's too many links. I hope I got everything that I wanted from that. Otherwise, I'll regret it. I think I got everything I wanted from those links. Okay, Tenant Media. Okay. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Lives in Reality Pill. Destiny interview. Oh my god, we went so far down, so far down. Oh my god. That doesn't need to be open because it's Destiny interview. Let's keep that. Let's keep that link. No, I already. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I knew exactly where to save stuff. Okay, we already went down. Okay, we found the original indictment. I didn't like that. We don't need that anymore. Let's not go down that rabbit hole again. Oh my god. So now I have like 6 ideas for articles, but not a single idea written. Jesus Christ, 6, and some of that content's gonna be so long that I'm gonna have to write about other things before I write about the. Oh my god. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff to go down. Okay. Okay. Now we're on freaking. I was doing Bulgarian split squats earlier, but this is Japanese. I did an earlier stream for studying Japanese. Oh boy. Okay. Let's actually just write a draft for this article. I'm gonna pee and then start the draft, and then that draft will give me a good sense of like, okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is the targeted, focused article about a topic. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna be able to actually write this? That's the real question. I got like half an hour before bed. Actually, I still might want to eat though. So, but yeah, because when I did my other article of rehashing life objectives, that took me a few hours to write for sure. So this article will probably take me another few hours to write if I had to bet. Yeah, writing process is hard. Jeez. uh, okay. Uh, let's let's go down here and make a break. Then we'll do rough draft. Two. Who else can I name drop? There's just a bunch of people that I can just name drop. Hotep Jesus. I forget. What's Hotep Jesus' actual name? Do we know? Do we know his name? Brian Sharp. Yeah, we do know his real name. Does he live in Philly now? I think he lives in Philly now. Anyway, you know, I was going down. I was hella down the rabbit hole. I don't want to do that. I don't know how I want to do that. I don't know. Don't format that. But yeah, I was going down the right, hit the freaking rabbit. Oh my god, my nose keeps getting stuffy. Give me a sec. To blow my nose. Wait, I don't need these links up anymore. Oh, that's right. I don't need that link. I don't need that link. Okay, let me blow my nose. Oh man, it's not. I like snot the spit out, but I didn't replace my trash bag, so I couldn't spit into the trash bag. And I was like, oh fuck, where am I gonna spit? So I went to my sink to go spit. Okay, let's see if I have to blow my nose. Let's just get everything. No, there was nothing to blow there. That's what she said. But anyway, um, yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. I'm finally like more decongested than before. Excuse me. Yeah. So definitely going down the right wing rabbit hole, and then from reading that. No, okay, I can't talk. I can't talk through the article while I'm writing it. I just have to start writing shit because otherwise I'll just keep going on tangents. So I'm gonna just focus on writing. Okay. Let's see. What seems more tame? Because Joe Rogan's probably the most tame. Actually, Ben Shapiro might be the more tame. I don't know. I don't know how to. Because I was trying to go like, how far right can you go, based on that. You name a right wing commentator. I probably know him. Probably listened to them at some point. I know Joe and Tim, they wouldn't consider themselves right wing, but at this point, when you do so much supporting for like Trump and all this other stuff, or not, I don't know if support's the correct word, but it's like you. Oh wait, it's carry water is probably the way that people phrase it. But anyway, you go down the rabbit hole. Because Hotep Jesus, once you're at Hotep Jesus, you're firm conspiracy theorist area. You're going full anti-vax. It's so over. Like there, yeah. So that's what I'd say. Let's see. Well, I'm definitely not putting myself in the good graces of right wing commentary by writing this, but this is true. This is where I was going down the right wing media. Let's say media rabbit hole. Media podcastistan, as freaking Sam Harris would call it. Let's see. You name it. You name a right wing commentator. I probably listened to them at some point. Let's see. I went not fully. I wasn't quite full anti-vax because I got vaccinated. Like I didn't go that far, but I did go down like the COVID conspiracy shit for sure. Just not full on anti-vax ever. Was I ever fully anti-vax? I'm trying to think about it because I got vaccinated the 2 times, then I got the booster. Then I'm not someone that takes my flu shots, so I regarded COVID as similar to a bad flu. And when I have gotten COVID, no, it's definitely worse than the flu. But but yeah, I regarded it similarly to the like flu vaccine, which I don't normally get that. So I was just like, oh, I'll just get the flu, or oh, I'll just get COVID, because at that point COVID was less dangerous symptomatically. So it was just one of those things where I wasn't too worried about it at that point. But the initial concerns to be worried and everything made perfect sense to me. Getting vaccinated the first times made perfect sense to me. And then by the time it was Omicron, didn't care anymore. Omicron and further, didn't care anymore. To be clear, I think COVID's a real thing. And it's terrible that how many people died from COVID? It was like 2 million U.S. deaths, COVID-19. And being anti-vax was not ideal, at least at the beginning, or in general. 1 million, not 2 million. Okay. But yeah, lots of people died from COVID. Not great. Definitely a problem. But lockdown stuff was a nightmare. That was terrible. Everything about that was terrible. And the schools shutting down, that was terrible. How many kids have been ruined from the schools being shut down? Oh my god. So I have my gripes with COVID lockdown still, but because of that time period and because of the lockdown and stuff, and I would have been, that was 4 years ago, so yeah, I would have been like 19, 20 at the time, and that period was definitely not good for my psyche. And listening to all the right-wing commentary during that time was definitely not good for my psyche. So yeah, you have to understand like the context in which we were in. And I wonder how many people got radicalized during that time and have not come out of it in the same way that I've come out of it. So there's a bunch of things that could have happened there. I'm talking too much, and this is going to make it so that I'm not actually able to write this article. So I'm going to end the stream now. And now that I've started like the draft, it'll give me more time to think about the article in the background. And then I'll come back. I'll write more in the morning. I don't know whether I'll stream it at all, but I will definitely write more in the morning. It seems like the live streaming is really good for coming up with ideas, but not great for actually doing the writing part. So if I'm like outlining or something and need to find sources and all that sort of thing, then it seems like the live streaming is great for that, great for the explosion of like creativity and all that sort of thing. But for the actual writing portion, I don't think that should be a streamed thing. I think that should be a right on my own time thing. So the stream is for ideas, and the actual writing is on my own time. I think that's a good way to format this. So whoever ended up here and was watching me for whatever the hell reason, I hope you enjoyed my ramblings while I was finding crap to put in the articles and all this sort of thing. How many? I need to see what my idea bucket is right now. I'm perfectly fine. Let me move that. I'm perfectly fine with this. All the ideas being public because nobody can write like you write, so it doesn't really matter if someone snipes you on content creation. I don't think. Um, you'd rather be open source about everything, like programmers are. Let's see if I can find video ideas. So video ideas are also freaking media diet over the ages. Like literally no. I keep coming back to that idea and forget the fact that I can't. Oh my god. Could also do a video of current media diet. Yeah, media diet over the ages. We'll get to current media diet, but I want to do over the ages before talking about current diet because you can see the through line of how you get from one thing to the other. And I think I don't know. It's probably useful for people to know, like, oh, how does one go from this thing to this thing to this thing to this thing, and you go down the rabbit holes, and then you end up you don't even know where you are anymore. And this is why I also want to talk about this information diet thing because it lends credence to like, okay, if you're stuck in this bubble, then you can't see the things outside your bubble, or the things outside your bubble that are adversarial. You can't like it's just difficult to navigate that way. And then I also want to talk about the being able to think in superposition. Oh my god, thinking in superpositions. There might have been another time they talked about this, but this was brought up in Chris Williamson's podcast. Oh my god, in Chris Williamson's podcast with Eric Weinstein recently. Now I know whatever people's thoughts are on Eric, but he brings up interesting ideas regardless. Like you have to be able to separate out the ideas from the person sometimes because the person might be flawed, but their idea is still useful. This is also why I used to have an issue with like saying publicly, or not publicly, telling friends about what my media diet was, because I knew that the way that people work is that if you, oh my god, this is also why I want to talk about this information diet thing. Oh my god. Okay. But the way that people work is that if you say a certain name, there are certain ideas, words, phrases that are thought terminating for certain people. So if you say this idea, this word, this phrase that represents a dog whistle to another side, then a dog whistle to one side might represent thought terminating for a different side. So the reason why sometimes I'll bring up an idea when I'm talking with friends and not say who the idea came from is because of that problem with the thought terminating ideas, where it's just like, okay, you can perfectly understand this idea when separated from the person because you don't have a tribal instinct to be against this person. So I'll talk about the idea devoid of the person, and then see how you assess it without the thought terminating part. And then you get into the habit of doing that a lot. But it ends up being an issue because then you're like, okay, I need to know, I should know where my ideas are coming from. So then if someone wants to backtrace how I came up with things, then they know where it's coming from, and then they can see whether or not I looked into the thing deeply or whether or not it's just coming from an authoritative source, and then understanding the things from that. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm still rambling. But yeah, different media idea through the ages. used to hate myself. That'll take a while to write. Extended adolescence. Okay, so this is something I can write about pretty quickly. Dating apps, that's a difficult one because it kind of leans into the I used to hate myself stuff. Why I hit them, bad experience with them. I already wrote on AI and automation. Metaverse is already here. It's called gaming. YouTube wins in the attention economy. Algorithm funnels. Algorithm funnels, is that the same as information diet? Not quite, but getting over past embarrassment. Might be some way to hate myself. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of ideas. I also have ideas on my phone that I've written down that aren't written here. Let's see. YouTube ideas. Internet role models. Yup. How I understood journalism. Talking about games journalists. The game of life. That's an interesting one. School experience. My strange addictions. I was a brownie. Oh yeah. We can talk about my brownie, my time being a brownie. I still like the show My Little Pony. I don't have anything against that. I have an issue with fandoms. That's my main thing. Why I hate Instagram. Shopping sucks. Rant about music copyright. Information diets. Okay, information diets is still. Oh my god. Okay. So that's like over 10 ideas. So I have some room to work with. Actually, the media diet one is 5. Oh my god, there's so much. There's so much to write about. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. Y'all have a lovely day. Bye. I need to see where the bye happens on the stream. Yeah, okay. Wow, the latency is really good. Okay. Anyway, see you all later.